Hello, Bridgeway. My name is Gary Coiro, and I'm one of your pastors at Bridgeway Community Church. And I've been thinking a bit about our annual theme, Mature and Mighty. Have you gotten your bracelet yet? Hopefully, you'll get it soon and be able to reflect with me on what it means to be mature and mighty. It's a unique week or two at Bridgeway as and I imagine many of you are reflecting on the loss of our beloved elder, Kevin Thornton. And when I think about my friend and our elder, I think about the verse in Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24, which reads, "And let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds." Kevin's example to us of kindness and thankfulness was something that spurs us on. It excites us to duty. It makes us want to be better people. His maturity was contagious, and that we want to be better when we spent some time with Kevin. Kindness and thankfulness are a couple of the character qualities I think of when I think of Kevin. We were quite close with Kevin. My wife, Tracy, also a minister at Bridgeway. Tracy, so close with the Thornton family that Kevin actually walked her down the aisle when we were married almost 8 years ago. So she being sort of an adopted daughter, and Kevin had many sons and daughters of a spiritual nature in our midst. This really hits hard. But not only am I thinking about our great loss, I'm thinking about his great legacy. He had a mighty legacy because of his maturity, which was manifest in kindness and thankfulness. Kindness, K, for Kevin. Thankfulness, T, for Thornton. When I think of Kevin's kindness, I think about how Jesus was always fully present with those that he was ministering to, whether it was the woman at the well or whether it was children that the disciples were trying to keep away from Jesus. Jesus was always all in. And if you knew Kevin, and I know many of you did, you knew he was all in. He was fully present and always had a kind word, a word of encouragement, a smile, and oftentimes a big Papa Bear hug, kindness. But thankfulness was also an attribute I noticed in Kevin, regardless of his circumstances. He was always thankful. And Kevin was a hard worker. He worked hard all of his life to provide for his family. Recently in retirement, had sold his home, was moving in with his daughter and son-in-law. And regardless of whether Kevin had a lot of worldly possessions or not, he was thankful for the simple things of life. Relationships, the ability to worship, the ability to relate with others, and such a commitment to the simple things of a family man. Love for his wife, Joanne, love for his 3 children and his grandchildren. Kevin was thankful. And I think of Jesus, when Jesus, on the last meal that he would eat with his disciples, he broke bread and he lifted it up and he gave thanks. He gave thanks. Jesus giving thanks for the simple thing of bread in the midst of a circumstance that was going to lead to his life being ended on a cruel cross. Thankful. So as Kevin lived his life before us, a life of kindness and thankfulness, being a mature and mighty man in the Lord, I'm spurred on by his life, by his legacy, to live a life of love, to live a life of good deeds, because Kevin lived out that Hebrews 10:24 verse, and I want to too. I want to consider how my life can provoke to action others so that they want to be better people and they want to be a life of love and good deeds. So in this season of loss, in this season of sadness, let's be encouraged with the influence that our brother has had on us. I'm excited about our ministry theme this year of being mature and mighty in the Lord. Looking forward to Pastor's continuing series of High Five. Let's be all in together, living lives of kindness and thankfulness, spurring one another on to love and to good deeds. I trust you have a great week, Bridgeway.